pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Red pass is complete. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenger.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the ground. They almost got a first down there. Stop the yard short. It'll be third down.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They want to run this quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Applewhite. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. He got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He's one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball, forcing the incompletion.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Got his man. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Navy quick to the line.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Looking to fire. Now rolling to the left. He's got it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Touchdown, midshipman! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to...
There he goes! Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
On the run, it's Baker. The Tide will get the first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Applewhite. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, Navy! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it, but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. And this defense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Throws to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up
quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing a turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Dobbs. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but using that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that one. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
High crowd, rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bradbury on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Using his legs, it's Baker.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Swings it out to his running back. Turns it out midfield. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Complete to the right. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Rushes on him. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll run it from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Third and long, and they can get the 1st down without scoring a touchdown. To throw, it's Applewhite. Under fire. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. The running back has it. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Defense in press coverage. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, what a move to get open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. The short hands, it's Dobbs. Looking for room at the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unleashes one. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Dobbs. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Flips it out on the screen. Touchdown, midshipman! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Caught in the backfield, it's Baker. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll off one deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 20. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. And it'll it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. 45 on his way. Oh, out of space. And he runs it impossible. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's looking deep. Working that left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is up.
Back to pass on second down. The quick out. No, he got loose. Breaks into the open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it stops. And this wildcat is going to be deep long. Stopped in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows can close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Navy! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football. That's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
That Alabama offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Baker. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Makes the grab. It's Worthy.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Finds his big tight end. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got the tight end. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. On the ground, it's Baker. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. He'll ride his man on the option. Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Dobbs. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion. completion percentage, which is good, and then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to impact push passes when I was playing quarterback. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On third down, he drops to throw. On target. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down will open up the final period. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Back to pass. Right on the money. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Coates. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion. A good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, midshipman. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The play action fake. Still on his feet. It's complete to the right. Gets it inside the 5. And it'll be first and goal.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He'll set up to throw. Looking for space to the left. Touchdown, Navy! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the run.
Yeah, or find an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
So now it's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. This time he's got it. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. To the air on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They wrote.
Lost one deep down the right side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
To the ground. He's got it again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with third and 4. Trying to pick up a first down. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.